Hello and welcome back to the channel, and as promised this video is a special one. It is my review and haul video for Liverpool Comic Con 2019. First of all, amazing weekend. I went to all 3 days. Friday, uh, um, as far as the whole weekend goes, not a problem getting into the venue. No queues. I just walked straight in on straight in on the Friday. Same again Saturday. Didn't have to join the queue, which was amazing. And Sunday again, I just walked straight into the venue. The venue itself is amazing. They make use of all three um, halls on one side of the exhibition centre, so it's like it's sectioned off, but when you walk in through the building, it's a whole wide um, area. Everything was brilliantly spaced out. There was no crowding at all. A little bit maybe in the merchandise area on the Saturday, because the stores were a little bit too tight together. But as far as walking around the entire venue, no issues with that. Everyone was just having an amazing time. The panels were fantastic. I sat in on a few panels on the Saturday. The only done the panels on the Saturday and yesterday. I sat in on a few panels on the Saturday. I walked by a couple of the panels during my brief time there yesterday, but all in all, I was just exhausted. I was there from I think 10 a.m. till around 3:30, 4 on Friday, which was day one. Day one was just basic. It was just getting a feel for the venue. They hadn't fully set up everywhere. They only had one guest there signing autographs, which was the great John Charles from Only Fools and Horses. They didn't really have much on the live stage. It was more like a quiz and cosplayers, and there were a couple of prop builds missing. Saturday was far more busier. All the guests were there, loads of panels. The ones I sat in on, the majority of them were Power Rangers related, because that was the theme of this year's show. The big Power Rangers spectacular. They had over a dozen actors from various Power Rangers series. There was a spectrum coverage. Mighty Morphin, Turbo, Space, Dino Thunder, drawing a blank now, Ninja Steel, Megaforce, and they were all sectioned up. Time Force, that was another one. They were all sectioned off into the different shows. So the first panel I sat in on the Saturday was a Zordon era panel. So you had Paulie Schreier and Jason Narvi, who played Bulk and Skull, Steve Cardenas, who played Rocky and Mighty Morphin and Zeo, Blake Foster, who was Justin and Turbo, Selwyn Ward, and Tracy Lynn Cruz, who done both Turbo and In Space. So that was a fun panel. Paulie and Jason done their own Bull and Skull panel, which was hilarious. It was one of the highlights of the day. I sat in on the Time Force panel with Jason Thornton, Michael Copon. What else did I sit in on? Dean Kane and Terry Hatcher from Lois and Clark. That was a good panel. But the star attraction, in my eyes anyway, was one of my all-time favourite wrestlers, the Icon Sting. His panel was brilliant. It was packed out. You could tell the whole seated area was full of wrestling fans. When he came out on stage, everyone was doing the woo, and even Sting responded over the microphone. I was just fascinating to listen to him answer the fan questions. So that was as far as Saturday goes. I also walked by a couple of the other panels. Eric Roberts, the Ninja Steel panel. The only Power Rangers one I didn't get to. The only Power Rangers ones I didn't get to were the Megaforce and Dino Thunder ones. Dino Thunder, I probably would have sat in here if I'd got time. There was another panel on the Sunday, but I'd long gone home by then. And the Megaforce I had no real interest in because I wasn't a particular fan of that one. As well as the Ninja Steel panel, which was the last series. Of course, they're currently 2 episodes into the newest series, Beast Morphers. The Ninja Steel one wasn't just the actors that played Haley and Calvin. They also had the actors that came back for the 25th anniversary episode, which was cool. As far as what else was there, on the Friday there was a performance by Buggy Storm, which for anyone outside the UK don't know, they were on a talent show here in the UK called Britain's Got Talent, and they're basically a dance troupe that dresses up as stormtroopers. The performances do like little sound clips from Star Wars mixed in with like dancey poppy songs. They were phenomenal on the Friday. As far as Wales, they had their prop builds, some incredible ones. They had one of the X-Wings from Star Wars. They had the Ventura from the A-Team. They had the Reliant Robin there from Only Fools, but I don't know where that was. I think that might have been the Photoshop area. They had Kit from Knight Rider. The DeLorean from Back to the Future, which also had Marty's hoverboard inside it, which was cool. The living room from Stranger Things, in the scene where Will's mum is trying to contact him with that string of lights in the shape of the alphabet. I also had Will's bike, the sofa, and all that. That was really cool. They had a motorbike, which I believe might have been from Firefly. I've never watched Firefly, so I wouldn't know. That was cool. They had Molnir, Thor's Hammer. There's an awesome Undertaker cosplayer called Taker UK. He does a free. He tours conventions and he does free photo shoots. And he's basically got this nice sort of purpley graveyard setting with a coffin. He has all his replica belt, even a sweet custom Undertaker World title, and you can get pictures taken with him absolutely free. I met him last year. I didn't get a picture with him this year, but I met him last year. He's a super awesome dude. There was a retro gaming area which had it not only had current gen consoles like Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo Wii and that, but it also had Mega Drives, Master Systems, NES, Super Nintendo, Dreamcast, GameCube. So plenty of gaming to play. That was one of the hardest areas to get to. Actually, I'm more successful playing on the games on the Friday than I did at any other point over the weekend. The Saturday, I got to spend a couple of hours with my 7-year-old nephew, which was awesome. Him and his dad came down as a last minute thing. Met up with them early afternoon, hung around with them for a couple of hours. Watched my nephew win on a Robot Wars game, which was cool. So yeah, not much more I can say for it. It was just an awesome weekend. I cannot thank Monopoly Group enough for putting the show together. Last year they did an amazing job in just a short amount of time after MCM had pulled out, and I mean that was phenomenal last year. This year just eclipsed it though by far. So of course, what would be a Comic Con without merchandise? And I picked up some amazing stuff. And for everything that I'm about to show you, I paid less than £25 for. And when you see some of the stuff, it's just amazing. First is first, of course, having a weekend pass means having a wristband. Unfortunately, because I couldn't loosen it to take it off, I had to cut in half. But this was the wristband that I was given. Nice sort of bronzy, glittery material. As far as the merch goes, I not only bought some stuff, I actually got some freebies. One freebie is tied in with one of the purchases, so I'll show that in just a minute. As far as the other two freebies go, there's this really awesome guy who has a toy shop down south called John's Toy Drop, I believe. He had a lot of cool retro stuff, including a bin full of retro figures. Had like Ninja Turtles, Masters of the Universe. It had Battle Cat, but in Cringer mode, which was amazing. He had some vintage Power Rangers cards. Basically, the story behind this is a guy on Friday. I think it was Friday, maybe Saturday. No, it was Saturday. I got these. A guy bought a full case of um, Power Rangers trader cards off him, and he's actually come back with doubles because he was a few packs short. Even after getting a full case, so the guy on the stall was giving away the doubles. I picked up two off him. Again, these were absolutely free, just because they were doubles and it was sort of a display. So we have um, Squat and we have Goldar, and they're both, as you can see, reflecting off the natural light coming in my room. Nice shiny cards. I love the artwork, and these are in mint condition considering they're 25 years old. These are from 1994 trading card line. Uh, the other the other freebie that I picked up, this was something of a childhood want. Basically, uh, they had this one of the guests in the comic area, a guy called Nigel Parkinson, who is the artist for one of the longest running comic books here in the UK called The Beano. And as Boob, he was doing some art prints. He was charging £10 for them. I couldn't justify myself buying them, but he had a freebie on offer. And as a kid, I always wanted one of these to own, because the character featured on this is one of my favourite characters from the Beano, and that is a Dennis the Menace fan club badge. Now, any Americans will be thinking, that's not Dennis the Menace. And you're right, the two characters are similar in name, the difference obviously being Dennis in the US is a blonde-haired kid who wears overalls, whereas Dennis here has got jet black hair, a bit like a man, and he wore a red and black striped jumper. So I was so amazed to get that one. What's next? I will do a couple of do a little shout out for a couple of people before I carry on with the haul. There was a Star Wars cosplay group who had a couple of prop builds, and I got a picture with one of them, and they're called Imperial Order 66 UK. That is their card. And on the back, some contact details and their Facebook page. There was also a promotional booth for an attraction in a seaside town in the UK called Blackpool. They're called the Horror Crypt. Basically, it's like a Chamber of Horrors type thing. Well, as the ad said, it's got animatronics and props from film and TV. You can see there they've got I think that is that from drawing a blank on that. I think that might be Oh, I can't, drawing a blank on that. We've got the Frankenstein monster, Reagan from The Exorcist, and then flip around the other side, you've got I'm not sure. Uh, again, Pinhead, Freddy, and Jack Torrance from The Shining. So next time I'm up in Blackpool, which could be a long time off, I'm definitely going to check that out. And the final one, and the first stop I'm going to show in this haul, is from a seller called April, who runs a store called Retro Quest. That's the cards, got the social media beats and contact details. And yesterday they'd reduced their items on their beadwear coasters, dropped them down to £1.50. I was looking over them, and then saw this one, the it's a Star Wars theme one of the symbols. uh, is it the Rebel or First Order? Can't remember which, but it was dead cool. This is the second year run. I've actually picked up a coaster. Got that awesome Shield one last year, so this is another one for my shelf. Next is where another one of my freebies came from. This was a family. I think they were family. There might have been a family and a carer. One of the group was disabled, in a wheelchair, couldn't really do things for himself, but he was super nice guy. The whole group was super nice, super friendly. They had a stall showing off their Power Rangers props, and they had some really cool ones. The guy also showed off some of his pictures of from going to conventions where he met very strangers actors. One of the coolest ones he had was a shot with Austin St. John, who played the original Red Ranger, and the actor who played his Japanese counterpart Geki in Zyuranger. Actually spotted them on the Friday and was talking to them, and they actually gave me a little freebie just for stopping by the booth. There's a set of VR Trooper cards, which when you put them together created a picture. I'm not gonna put it together, but basically the cards, one side has Jeb the dog, and the other side has JB, Caitlin, and Ryan in full suit. Pop back by them on the yesterday. Actually stopped there twice because I'd spotted these on the Friday when I went to speak to them, and they looked really awesome. So I had to buy a couple. I actually done 2 trips, but they had these really cool resin cast Power Rangers helmets. They're unpainted, but I think I might keep them unpainted. I might actually get some acrylic paint to maybe paint them up myself. But we have the Red Ranger, and we have the White Ranger, and they're just really nice, really detailed sculpts, and they were only £1 each, which is absolutely amazing. The next item is something that I had my eye on all weekend. Finally dropped money on it on yesterday. It's off a comic book stall. They had various figures on the back shelf. They're there every year. Excuse me. Yeah. But yeah, as soon as I seen this, I had to buy it. And that is the Star Wars Black Series figure, which came out in 2016, of Lando Calrissian. And the detailing on this figure is incredible. But get a close up. Look at the lightness there for Billy D. Williams. Absolutely amazing. This was just £5. I mean, I could get it cheaper, and I know the entertainment stores here in the UK are selling Black Series figures for £3.75, but I haven't seen the Lando one. But I now have it in my collection. I'm debating whether to just leave it in box and just have it on display on a shelf, alongside all my Funko items. I may need time to decide on that one, but that was really awesome. The next lot is from a store I visited a few times over the weekend, and the guy had recognised me each time. They had bins full of. Excuse me, it's been a long weekend. Yeah, they have bins full of figures, all really good pricing. When I was digging through them, he had a lot of figures for dirt cheap. I'll show you the Marvel figures I got, because I did get a few Marvel ones. These are really awesome. I actually found these yesterday. First up, we have a little statuette of Mysterio, and yeah, that was the price, 50p. And there were these big head statues. These are also 50p each. We've got Black Cat, the Green Goblin, and Namor the Submariner. The other 5 items I picked up, these were absolutely incredible to find, because you don't really see them in sort of vintage toy stores anymore. So the first one is from a line of figures produced for the UK Gladiator series, and it was everyone's favourite villain, Wolf. You never, ever, ever. I've been to a few like car boot sales and retro shops that sell retro toys. You never ever see the Gladiator figures anywhere. So to find one of them, and it to be the anti-hero of the show, the most popular bad guy ever, was amazing. But these were even more incredible. These were price range between 50 pence and a pound, and these are are nearly 25 years old. They're from the Jack's Pacific mini WWE figure line, which were basically set of minifigures that come with a ring, and the odd one or two set come with a title belt. These four were from the WrestleMania box. We have Psycho Sid in a very 90s blue, which he didn't really wear that much on his 96-97 run, 95 to 97 run. He was more in black. This is actually his colour scheme from his early 90s run with the company. Shawn Michaels in his red and white Heartbreak tights. The Undertaker, that's a really nice sculpt. And the one that had essentially had me looking through for these, the late great Big Van Vader. And again, I paid 50 pence to a pound for all three of them, for all these figures, over £5 in total, for so many cool little figures to put on my collection shelf. And now we move on to the final items and the gem in my eyes of this whole weekend. Start with the item from this lot that I actually paid for. Basically, this stall had a lot of photos of celebrities. We also had a lot of movie promo items, and you had these for 50p, and I couldn't really pass up. There's the it's Batman from the Justice League film. Somewhat okay likeness of Ben Affleck. I know with a basic figure you can't really get too much of a good detail in. But for 50p, I'm not going to complain too much. But it's the a lot of stalls at these conventions do their own like mystery boxes or mystery bags, ranging between £10-20. This guy was doing two different types of mystery bags. One for kids, which was £5, and an adult one, which is £10. Obviously, I went with the adult one, and wow, was I blown away with some stuff in here. It is chock full of movie promo items. So the first one is this Justice League travel mug. Looks really good. It's got all the characters on there. So you've got Cyborg, Aquaman, Wonder Woman, Batman, and the Flash, along with the movie poster tagline, "You can't save the world alone, in which one letter from each word has all the Justice League logos. So you've got the O and U with the Flash symbol, Cyborg C for can't, the big S for Superman and save, the E on the being a sad on bat symbol, Wonder Woman's symbol for world, and Aquaman's A for alone. I'm probably going to keep. I'm in two minds about whether to keep this or put it up on eBay. I've actually put a few items from this bag on eBay. I don't really use travel mugs. I'd only be a display, so I'm in two minds still to decide on that one. But it just looked really awesome. Next, a couple of little smaller items. These I am actually keeping. We have an Ant-Man and the Wasp bracelet with Ant-Man on, like a rubber wristband, a phone plug, which I've never even heard of one of these before, but it's like a mini Ant-Man figure. And then two promo items from X-Men Apocalypse. We have a Xavier School for Gifted Youngsters sticky notepad, and these 6 lenticular cards. So we have Nightcrawler, Professor X, Magneto, Cyclops, Storm, and Quicksilver. Next up, we have I'm just reaching into the bag, so you just have to bear with me a second. We have some promo cards given away by a cinema chain called Cineworld for the M. Night Shyamalan film Glass. So we have Samuel L. Jackson's character Elijah Price, David Dunn, who's played by Bruce Willis, and Kevin Wendell Crumb, played by James McAvoy. This adhesive phone stand promoting Avengers Age of Ultron for Samsung Galaxy phones with Thor on. 2 masks for The Incredibles 2. And from Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Men Tell No Tales, we have a set of 6 bubble magnets and a sheet of tattoos. Now we're getting into the bigger items. These next 4 are really cool. So we have not 1 but 2 phone cases. One I'm keeping, one I've put up for sale. The one I've put up on my eBay page is for Red Sparrow. These are both iPhone 6 cases. So this one has a secret compartment for like putting cards, money. It's compatible with iPhone 6 and 6S. And then the one I'm keeping is for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Again, this is compatible with iPhone 6, but it's also compatible with the iPhone 7. So it's basically just the same artwork as the box. But I will be testing out on my iPhone soon. Next is an item that was given away in a thing called an A box, but I have no use for it. It's a called a Thor Nordic mythology necklace. It's a really nice metal. I think it's silver, maybe silver plated necklace with a rubber chain. Again, I have no need for it. So that is up on sale, and then this compact mirror promoting the Wonder Woman film. Really nice solid metal, protected by a sticky plastic layer. It looks like a stopwatch. So when you get it, press the button and it opens up to a two-way mirror, and there I'm in reflection. And then the final couple of items, three of these items I'm keeping for now. The other one I'm not. The one I'm selling is a t-shirt from Maze Runner, the Death Cure. It's a really nice looking t-shirt. It's large size. It's not going to fit me, so that one is on sale. And in fact, as of recording this video, within minutes of it going up on listing, it actually had a bid put in for it. The next item is something I am keeping, and that is a Dawn of Justice tablet case. Really nice soft material. I do have a tablet, so this would be ideal for it. Next we have a phone stand in the shape of a arcade unit from Ready Player One. Really nice looking one. I'll work out how to put that one together and maybe set it up for my iPhone. And then the very last item from the bag is a comic book, because what would the mystery pack be without a comic book? And it is Captain America Homecoming #1. This came out in May 2016. It's basically a team up story. I think it's just a team up one shot with Cap and Black Widow. I thought that was really awesome. So that is it. That is everything that I bought at Comic-Con. And there will be another another convention to come for me, as in just under 7 weeks time I'll be attending a wrestling themed convention at the same venue, chock full of legendary names. You've got the likes of Ric Flair, Bret Hart, $1 Million Man, Bruce the Barber Beefcake, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, and many more. It's got a few modern names, Booker T, Lita. So it should be pretty awesome weekend. That is coming up the weekend of the 27th and 28th of April. So yeah, once that does happen, I will again come back with a review and a haul video, because one of the coolest things about that convention is that they've partnered with a UK company called Future Shock. They're running a show after the Saturday event, which should be pretty cool. They've already announced WWE UK star Travis Banks is going to be there, which should be cool. So definitely looking forward to that. But that is it for this video. A little bit long-winded. Had a lot to go through. If you're interested in any of the promo items from that bag that I'm selling, check out eBay sellers. Do a search for Goodison 1878 UK. That's my eBay page. That's GOODISON 1878 UK. If you want to see any of my pictures from the weekend, check out my Instagram, Steve's Media, STESMEDIA. If you just want to follow me on Twitter, that is at StevieD23. That is STEVIED23. And like, share, subscribe, comment down below what you made of anything I've shown off, and talk about your experiences collecting, or if you've been to any conventions, let me know in the comments below. But until then, I've been the Blue Geek, this has been the Blue Geek Review, and bye for now.